Boom. Yeah, we got a fun one today. Today is Hallmark holiday. Other people like to call it Valentine's Day. I like to call it Inject the Economy with Money. Yes. So that's where we're at today. So we're gonna finish up. I think we might have like 2 more weeks in this section because this section's 5, and I don't think we're gonna get through it all tonight. But we gonna go over some love, ordinary love, and love of a Buddha from the Book of Secrets, Osho's Book of Secrets. And I'll give you a little quick excerpt before we get started, just a little teaser, a little taste, see what it's like. So the first paragraph: love is not an act. It is not something that you do. If you do it, it is not love. No doing is involved in love. It is a state of being, not an act. No one can do anything continuously for 24 hours. If you are doing love, then of course you cannot do it for 24 hours. With any act, you'll get tired, and with any act, you'll get bored, and then after any act, you have to relax. So, if you're doing love, you will have to relax into hate, because you can only relax into the opposite. So that's where we getting started today, right? Boom! Peace and love, kings, queens, and gods. My name is Jarek. I'm the Floating Yogi, and this broadcast, Floating Yogi's Book Club, is brought to you by Yogi. Bam! Urban yogic wellness and education, where we're restructuring health and wellness in the community, providing these podcasts and other informational things to educate us on health, wellness, what's going on, and how we can be in the best position moving forward. And today is, like I mentioned, Hallmark holiday. We're making it happen. We have a talk on love, right? Ordinary love and the love of a Buddha. I like to drop some shout outs to the sponsors, the affiliates, and the partners. Born to Fly Fitness, where fitness is fashion. I'm telling you right now, Floating Yogi UE got you with mental health. That's wealth right there. That's what we need. I'd also like to thank Buddha a Blessing. You can hear the bowls, the magic on Thursday from the stuff that we read today. We're going to implement it on Thursday. We're going to use the bowls on Thursday. Buddha a Blessing got you covered. You can check out my website, purchase any of the bowls on there, the Marines, the bells. We got the whole sound, even the hand drums. I'd also like to thank DJ Thrill, No Commercials International, No Commercials, where you can check out our streaming, our tracks on all streaming platforms, and that could be your daily meditation, that early morning wake up. All right, I'm a vibe with Jarek in Costa Rica to get my mind right, and then come back to this reality. Bring some of that nature and that nurture from where he was in the retreat. Maybe you were there with him. There's more things coming. And bring it back to the what is it? Concrete jungle. Boom. So, with that, if you do meditate, then be sure to go to my IG stories. You can vote. You can meditate, vote, and share, and that'll give you an entry into the monthly giveaway. We got Dolly Dearest, Dolly's Little Shop of Horrors for this month's sponsors. She got some fire bracelets. She got the Eddies rocking, a whole bunch of shenanigans. If you check out Elevator Sift and Flow on Sundays, an in-person session, you'll be able to vibe with us. And again, the energy's fire, yo. Let's see. Did I leave anyone out? Oh, did I leave anyone? Yes. Daggone it, Sukha Center. How did I forget that? Bring that ass to Sukha Center. We got the Mysore programming, a traditional yoga. Not to say, oh, we're going to do it exactly like we've been taught. Nah, we're going to take it traditional with a little urban twist. Boom, we're going to splash that on you and realize how it's so much easier to seep these tools and these practices into your day-to-day life to elevate your lifestyle. Right? Not just elevate your lifestyle, but elevate you as an individual, bring you a better sense of self, a better understanding of self, and how you can fulfill these dreams, these desires that you have. So, boom, I'm telling you, Sukha Center, we're going to get you covered. I'm there Monday through Friday. G's there on Monday and Friday. Ahmed got rocket classes. Damien's rocking with the Bokuda. That joint is fire. I'm telling you, it's a whole splash of stuff. So bring that ass. Let's get it. With all of that fun stuff out the way, the ordinary love and the love of a Buddha. I was saying some interesting comparisons. Like I don't remember who I was talking to. Daggone it. This nap that I had earlier, that don't smack me. It gave me the energy I need now, but it smacked me at the time. Brain is clear as I don't know what. I'm ready to flow. But I still don't remember everything. Anyway, we'll jump straight into it. So, you know, Osho always begins with like a question, and then from there, the conversation unfolds, and that's where we can have the discussion to dive deeper into what's going on. So, the first question: Osho, it seems very difficult to love someone for 24 hours a day. Why does it happen? Should love be a continuous process? And at which stage does love become devotion? So, why is it hard for love to become devotion? Should love be a continuous process? And at what stage does love become devotion? Because we were talking before about Tantra, and Tantra is it's practice. It's like the yoga of devotion. Faith is so important and impactful. We have to have faith. We have to focus on our goal, and we always have to finish. But that faith, I was speaking last week and saying the only way for change to be possible is the belief of change to be there. The belief that change can be possible. That's the first thing. Otherwise, we're just going to keep rerunning like old patterns and old habits and triggers and responding the same way, expecting the same thing. So we have to shift the mindset. So, love is not an act. It is not something you do. If you do it, it is not love. No doing is involved in love. It is a state of being, not an act. No one can do anything continuously for 24 hours. I'd be exhausted as hell. And so if you are doing love, then of course you cannot do it for 24 hours. With any act, you will get tired. With any act, you'll get bored. And then after any act, you'll have to relax. So if you are doing love, you will have to relax into hate, because you can only relax into the opposite. Get that right? Yang energy, yang, 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 and then we want some yin. So this is what's so important about Savasana. Savasana is like a massive self-reflection, the body absorbing everything that's going on. We create the tension throughout it, and then we let it go. We relax. We allow our mind to focus on not just the surroundings, but what else is going on inside us, what shifts have happened, what awareness did we bring, and how to hold on to that. Because yoga is really just about creating body awareness, spatial awareness, what's going on inside and outside of the body, those sifts, sensations, images, feelings, and thoughts. So we're just building that up. That is why our love is always mixed with hatred. Ooh, I'm gonna have to do the previous end of the last statement and come back in on that, because damn. Okay, so if you are doing love, you will have to relax into hate, because you can relax only into the opposite. That is why our love is always mixed with hatred. Like those concepts of saying stuff is bad and actually meaning that it's good, or saying that something that is accepting things that are bad for you and acting as if they're good because you like the burn from it. Like I like funnel in my fronto and my blunts. You know, them Jones, they get me right. I know it's bad, but I like the little bit of the hit. It's the same concept. We all got our vices. Okay. You love this moment, in the next moment you hate the same person. The same person becomes the object of both love and hate. That is the conflict of lovers, because your love is an act. Ooh, that is why this is a misery. Your love is an act, the act of doing, and an act, a facade in itself, because it's not about the depth behind it. I feel like we got some bars coming in the chat. Hey, what up, Mo? What's good, Mo? Yeah, I knew it was some love in the chat. Okay, so the first thing, which is one of the smoothies, one of the sponsors, go on get the smoothies, serum, elixirs. I know someone on a juice cleanse now. I ain't saying it's easy. I digress. So the first thing to be understood is that love is not an act. You cannot do it. You can be in love, but you cannot do love. Doing is absurd, but other things are also implied. It is not an effort, because if it were an effort, you would get tired. It is a state of mind. And do not think in terms of relationship. Think in terms of states of mind. If you are in love, this is a state of mind. This state of mind may be focused on the person, or it may be focused on the whole. I'm going to say that again. Think in terms of states of mind. If you are in love, this is the state of mind. The state of mind may be focused on one person, or it may be unfocused on the whole. We were talking before about Shiva, and Shiva lives on Mount Kailash, where is the love is and the abode of love, and how we raise to the heights of love and then we fall back down and then we make that pilgrimage back up. And that's the symbolization of falling back in love with the person, with the same person over and over. When it is focused on one person, it is known as love. When it becomes unfocused, it becomes prayer. Ooh. Then you're just in love, not with someone, but just in love, as you are breathing. If breathing were an effort, you would get tired of it and you would have to relax and then you would die. These are facts. But breathing is an effort. I see where he's going with this, but breathing can be more of it's an effort regardless. You got to expend energy to pull it in. However, in this context of what he was saying, I'm going to go on this journey. Whoosh, we're going on this journey. So, breathing is not effort. So, in the practice, we expand the inhale, we expand the exhale. There may be moments that we pause and hold the breath fully in or hold the breath fully out. So through these practices, it builds up that awareness of when you're actually exerting energy. And just like he said in the book before, it starts off as attention and then it starts off as attention and then it seeps into our awareness from there. So this is just connecting some of the things we've been going over. Okay. When it is focused on one person, it's known as love. All right. If breathing were an effort, you would get tired of it and you'd have to relax and then you would die. If it were an effort, then sometime you might forget to do it and you would die. Love is just like breathing. It is a higher plane of breathing. If you do not breathe, your body will die. If you are not in love, your spirit cannot be born. Ooh, yeah, bars on bars. Ooh, it brings you so much life. I felt it when baby girl was coming in this world. I was like, yo, life is getting HD as hell. I feel like I'm on like a full trip, maybe even like 5 grams of shrooms or something. That joint had me smacked. Everything felt so much like cold was dumb cold. The heat, I'm sweating profusely. I feel like I can feel my organs sweating. That's how it was. But I had to adjust to it. That's why practicing was so important, because through these shifts, I was able to stay focused and honed in on what I wanted to do, what I wanted to accomplish, and how to do it. All right, back to love. So take love as breathing of the soul. I like that. Love is breathing of the soul, of the spirit. We need that energy. When you are in love, your soul becomes alive, vital, just like breathing. But think in this way. If I say to you, only breathe when you are near me and do not breathe anywhere else, then you will die. In the next time you will be near me, you will just be dead and you will never be able to breathe near me. That is what happens with love. We process the love object is possessed. We possess the love object is possessed. We possess the love object is possessed, and the lover says, "Don't love anybody else. Only love me." Then the love is atrophied, and the lover cannot love. It becomes impossible. It doesn't mean that you have to love everyone, but you have to be in a loving state of mind. It is just like breathing. Even if your enemy is near you, you will breathe. Ooh, that's bars right there. I'm gonna give you a minute to just like marinate on that. Cook that, steep it, stir it up a little bit. It's just like breathing. Even if your enemy is there, you will breathe. Loving mindset is the same way. Someone pissing you off and you say you love them, you're going to respond in a loving way because your mindset is love. You're not pulled out and dropped into the feelings, right? It's like, all right, I feel this. I know what it is, but I still love you, and this is what I'm trying to project. This is what I want to put into this world. That is the meaning of Jesus saying, love your enemy. It has been a problem for Christianity how to understand this saying, love your enemy. It seems contradictory, but if loving is an act, if it is just a state of mind, there's no question of an enemy or friend. You are in love. Looking at it from the other side, there are persons who are continuously in hate. And whenever they try to show love, they have to make much effort. Ooh, this is where it starts to get deep. When we have that mindset of hate and we start to do those subconscious patterns and throw them at people and think of it as love. It's like a neg, like what I was talking about before, like something that saying the bad is good, giving someone an insult as a compliment. I could backhanded compliments, whatever you want to call them. All right. Their love is an effort because their continuous state of mind is hate. That is why effort is needed. There are persons who are continually sad, and then laughter is an effort. Yo, facts. They have to fight against themselves. Then their laughter becomes painted laughter, just false, imposed, put together, not coming from deep within, just arranged. No spontaneity. It's artificial. You can feel the fake laugh when someone's like, yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm like, nah, I see your attention is elsewhere. I am barely on the brink, on the edge of your awareness. But okay, moving forward. There are persons who are continuously in anger, not angry at something or someone, just angry. Tell me you don't know a few of them jokes. Then love becomes an effort. On the other hand, if love is your state of mind, anger will be an effort. You can do it, but you cannot be angry. Then you will have to create it artificially. It'll be false. That's real as hell. I tell you now, I am so chill. People be doing. I don't get done too shady. I'm gonna say that, so I don't be having to respond like that. But, I just be like, oh, that's where you at. I'm gonna move this way and keep going, cause me throwing some hate or some aggression back at you, cause we can go through the 8 limbs of yoga, we can go through the yamas and niyamas. I'm just gonna throw that violence out there for it to come back on myself. Nah, I'm not even gonna give you that energy. I can use it towards building something as opposed to trying to break you down. You don't even matter to me that much. We ain't vibe. So let's keep it moving. Love to you. Safe travels. Keep it moving. All right. If a Buddha tries to be angry, much effort will be needed. See what I mean? You gotta really, really piss me. You gotta do some ignorant stuff. And I ain't saying test me. Try Jesus. But it will take a little bit for me. If a Buddha tries to be angry, much effort will be needed, and then it too will be false. And only those who do not know him can be deceived. Those who know him, they know that the anger is false, just painted and created. It's not coming from within. It's impossible. A Buddha, a Jesus, cannot hate. Then effort is needed. If they want to show hatred, then they'll have to do it. But you do not need any effort to be hateful. You need effort to be loving. Change the state of mind. How to change the state of mind, how to be loving. And this is not a question of time, of how to be loving 24 hours a day. This is absurd. The question is absurd. It is a question of time. If you can be loving in a single moment, that is enough. Because you never have 2 moments together. Right? Oh, snap. We already know where this is going to go. What book am I reading from? We are reading Osho's Book of Secrets. I'm gonna tell you, this joint thick as hell. It is a Bible. It's straight fire. They have the audio book, and it's really just him rapping. He'll just be spitting bars, and then they transcribed it, put it in a book. It's fire. We're actually gonna go through and start voting on which book we read next. Gag on it. I didn't bring Eastern Body, Western Mind, but we're still gonna keep it rocking. We're still gonna keep flowing. So I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna run that last line back, because that joint's fire. That's impactful. It is not a question of time. If you can be loving in a single moment, that is enough, because you never have 2 moments together. Only one moment is given. When one is lost, a second is given. You have only one moment always with you. If you know how to be loving in a single moment, you know the secret. You need not think about 24 hours or your whole life. That means you thinking too much. You too broad. Focus on right now. Be present in the moment. Bring your awareness here. Only a single moment of love, and you will know how to fill a moment with love. When the second moment will be given to you, then you can fill the second moment also with love. So remember, this is not a question of time. There is only a question of a single moment, and a single moment is not part of time. A single moment is not a process. A single moment is just now, right? So a lot of times this is bringing us to the awareness of the thought process that we go down when we start seeing that reason, that when that trigger hits. It's like, you said what? Nigga, I'm about to... Oh, okay, I do have that moment where I don't have to just pop, okay, all right, and actually, gaining control. actually taking control. You can take a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You gotta want to do it. It's more to it. Bum bum. What's up, Payoger? Colorado.
I was watching Boba Fett, and my phone was like, "Turn the phone, Yogi's live." Okay.
Welcome back. Welcome. Colorado yoga retreats. What's good with you? Yeah. I'm actually coming to Colorado in August. Can you hear me on Facebook? I know you can't see me. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, I said the wrong one. Can you hear me on Zoom?
Yes.
Alright, cool. I just had to switch that over right quick. And we back. Boom. Alright. Once you know how to enter a single moment with love, you have entered eternity. Time is no more. A Buddha lives in the now. You live in time. Time means thinking of the past, thinking of the future, and while you are thinking of the past and thinking of the future, the present is lost. You are engaged with the future in the past, and the present is being lost, and the present is the only real existence. The past is no more, and the future has yet to be. They both are not. They are non-existent. This very moment, this very single atomic moment, is the only existence. Here and now. If you know how to be loving, you know the secret. And you'll never be given two moments together, so you need not bother about time. Oh yeah. For as soon as I sat down and went back off, thank you for that. Let me go on.
Yeah, we got you on like 5 different things. We good. Keep it flowing.
Bad. This is gonna be cool for a second. I'm gonna let it turn back on. I don't know why it's acting like a little fool, but make it do what it do.
I'm just listening. I don't need to see you.
Hey, you don't need to see. Yeah, I support those thoughts. DM me. I'd love to collaborate. Let's do it. I'm gonna send you a DM after this, or you send me one because they don't let me save the chat. Just drop a hey, and I'm gonna respond to the DM. We gonna chalk something up because I got some shenanigans planned. Okay. Once you know how to enter a single moment with love, okay, you are engaged with the future and the past. Yes, the single moment is always, and it always is in the shape of now. Remember, there are not really two types of nows. The single moment is the same. It doesn't differ in any way from the moment that has gone before it, and it doesn't differ from any way from the moment that is going to follow it. This atomic now is always the same. That is what Eckhart Tolle says. It is not that time passes, time remains the same, rather we go on passing. That's how fast we're going, how fast we're mentally processing things and doing things, not just mentally, our life. This is why meditation is so important. It allows our mind to catch up to reality. It allows our body and mind to get in sync. It allows our energies to start to level out. So then we're not letting all of these things pass by us. Okay, pure time remains the same. We go on passing. So do not think about 24 hours, and then you need not think of the present moment. One thing more. Thinking needs time. Ooh, this is when he starts to get juicy with it. Thinking needs time. Living doesn't need time. You cannot think in this very moment. In this very moment, if you want to be, you will have to cease thinking, because thinking is basically concerned with either the past or the future. Of what you can think in the present, the moment you think has become the past. Right? You following me? Picking up what I'm putting down? Thumbs up, thumbs down, right? Hearts? Right? Okay. So thinking needs time. So in another way, thinking is time. If you do not think, there is no time. That is why in meditation you feel a timelessness. That is why in love you feel a timelessness. Love is not thinking. Love is the cessation of thought. You are. When you are with your beloved, you are not thinking about love. You are not thinking about the beloved. You are you're not thinking at all. And If you are thinking, then you are not in love with your beloved. You are somewhere else. Thinking means the absence from now. You are not there. Right? You see how this can create that whole separate world that we just get sucked into? All right. That is why those who are too much obsessed with thinking cannot love. Ooh. Because even when they are there, even if they reach the original divine source, even if they meet God, they will go on thinking about him and they will have missed him completely. You can go on thinking about and about and about, but it's never the fact. A moment of love is a timeless moment. Then there is no question of thinking how to love someone for 24 hours. You never think about how to live for 24 hours, how to be alive for 24 hours. Either you are alive or you're not. So the basic thing to be understood is not time, but now. How to be here and now in a state of love. Why is there hate? That's the next question, right? So here and now in a state of love, love creates this space of this time and space of like timelessness. Because we're void of thought. We're just, boom, we just here in the moment. We're not even able to, I understand those moments when I get around like, and I can't even think, my brain just be dumb and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna blame this on the weed. Yeah, I feel good about that. I'm gonna blame this on the weed. And I just sit there, and it's great. I'm just saying, tales for other people. Maybe it's not just me. Moving forward.
I feel you, it's not just you.
Thank you. Appreciate the tabbing in. A flower is there. You say that this is a beautiful flower. This saying is now no more in the present. It has become the past. When you come to grasp something in thinking, it has become the past. In the present, you can be, but you cannot think. You can be with the flower, but you cannot think about the flower. Thinking needs time. So another way, thinking is time. If you don't think, there is no time. That is why meditation, you feel the timelessness. That is why in love, you feel the timelessness. No, love is not thinking. It is the cessation of thought. You are. When you are with your beloved, you are not thinking about love. You are not thinking about the beloved. You are not thinking at all. And if you are thinking, then you are not with your beloved. You are somewhere else. Thinking means the absence from now. You are not here. That is why. All right. Why is there hate? When you feel hatred, go to the cause of it. Only then can love flower. When you feel hatred, when do you feel hatred? When you feel your existence, your life is in danger. When you feel that your existence can be annihilated, suddenly hate surges in you. When you feel that you can be destroyed, you start destroying others. That is a safety measure. It is just a part of you that's struggling for survival. Whenever you feel your existence is in danger, you are filled with hatred. So unless you come to feel that your existence cannot be in danger, that it is impossible for you to be annihilated, you cannot be filled with love. So this goes back into that inner world we were talking about, those inner senses, the inner sight, the inner voice, and the inner hearing that we have, right? Because that's the real
now,
one of us.
Hold up.
Come on, drop it.
That just sounded like a real complicated way to say if you're not safe, or if you can't feel safe, then you can't feel loved. Which is what I feel like is said to men.
Yeah. Ooh, bring it full circle.
Most women that I feel I date. Like, I feel like that was just a deep karmic breakdown of if you don't feel safe, you don't feel loved. Like if someone can't make you feel safe, then they can't make you feel loved. Or at least they shouldn't. I mean, I know sometimes, I'm just
I know what you mean. I support those thoughts. And that was a big roundabout way of saying it, but it covered a lot of bases. Because then other questions that you could potentially have, for the most part, are shot down because it's brought down to something like kind of basic. I support those thoughts though. I'm picking out what you're putting down. Oh, actually, I wanted to switch this. Ooh, we about to get popping back on the Zoom room, back on Facebook. We about to come right back. Don't worry, y'all. Boop. that thing should be nice and not hot anymore. Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna get a whole team, and then I don't have to do all this shit. Okay, and we're back. Safety is important. To tag on to what you were saying, Tony, I was at a space talking about men and having like, well, why don't the question was, why don't men speak up more about how they feel or what's going on? And I kind of like painted the scene like it's not really a great space for that, because then people's idea of like gender roles, blah 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 blah. This is a little bit off topic, but when you're talking to like your partner, you're male or female. When you're a man talking to your female partner, let's say it's a female, whatever. But when you're talking to the little boy in that man. You're talking to the little girl in that woman. You're not talking to them as an adult. You're talking to the vulnerable side of them. So that distinction and understanding that is so important and impactful for how you interact with each other. So this is where love is the mindset is so powerful, because when you come in with that mindset, it's not about how they respond to you. It's about you setting the scene. Like, it's about you setting the scene. I'm gonna get way deep off, but pretty much I stated the fact that men don't have like a safe space to speak. A lot of times we get shut down, and we're not arguers like as much as women. We'll bring up facts, but a man is not out arguing a woman. Are there offshoots? Yes, but general, a man is not out arguing a woman. It's not gonna happen for the most part in general. So it's not about the going back and forth. Dang, there was one other thing. So then I was like, in that conversation that we were having going back and forth, they said they shut me down, and I was like, but okay, all right. And it kind of set the scene for me to bring up, this is how we respond, because this is how we're trying to respond, and that men do need to have their own spaces, because when it does happen, it's like it's not a space for them. The people who want to talk and share, generally the females come in, and it changes the dynamics. And there's a bunch of spaces now. MBK Tuesday nights, whoa, let's do it. There's spaces for you here. We make it happen. The book club, well, this isn't a men's only group, but it's a safe space to speak. Like, bring that ass. Speak up.
I was about to say, like, space. I feel like, so I was about to say this was a sacred space, but then I was about to say it was a safe space. And my mind went back and forth like 50 times, and I was just like, wait, hold up. Just feeling safe. Is sacred defined by making a certain type of people feel safe and loved within the confines of the egregore that the group has come up with within that safe space? Like, men's groups, are they safe spaces for men because the men have created them? Churches, are they safe spaces? Are they sacred spaces for those groups? Or to love each other and love in certain ways? Like, sacred and safe and love. Like,
I see the similarity. Yeah, and the going beyond duality. Yes. See, that's why we getting this knowledge in now. And come on, did I pick a good one for Hallmark Holiday? Right?
I was thinking that, Joe. I was like, it's Valentine's Day. I hope I'm not missing some really good love stuff. And then I was like, oh, 10 minutes late. Good, very good choice and everything.
I do what I can. Aww. Okay. Blah 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 blah. We're here. Oh no, we're here. Okay. So unless you come to feel that your existence cannot be in danger, that is impossible to annihilate you, you cannot be filled with love. A Jesus can be in love because he knows something which is deathless. You cannot be in love because you know only that which belongs to death. Ooh, bars. In every moment, death is near. Every moment, you are afraid. How can you love when you are afraid? Love cannot exist with fear, and fear And fear is there, so you can only create a make-believe that you love. Yo, tell me these ain't some bars, yo. What? And again, your love is really nothing but a safety measure. You love so that you will not fear. Come on now, this just making it easy. You love so that you will not fear. Whenever you believe that you are in love, you are less afraid. For the moment you can forget death, an illusion is created in which you feel that you are accepted by the existence, that you are not denied, rejected. That is why there's so much need of love and being loved. Whenever you are being loved by someone, you create around you an illusion that you are needed by existence, at least by someone. You are needed by someone, so you are not just futile. You are not just an accident, or you are needed somewhere. Without you, the existence will miss something. That gives you a feeling of well-being. You feel a purpose, a destiny, a meaning, a worthiness. When you are not loved by anyone, you feel rejected, denied. You feel meaningless. And when you feel there is no purpose, no destiny, if no one loves you, then you'll die. Oh, and you die, there will be no feeling of your absence. And it will be felt like you are no more. No one will feel that you were there. And now you are no more. Love gives you the feeling of being needed. That is why in love, one becomes or feels less afraid. Whenever love is not there, you become more fearful. And in fear, as a protection, you become hateful. Hate is a protection. You are afraid of being destroyed, you become destructive. In love, you feel that you are accepted, welcomed, not an uninvited guest, but rather you are invited, welcomed, waited for, received. That existence is happy that you are. The one that loves you becomes the representative of the whole existence. But this love is basically fear-based. You are projecting against fear, against death, against the inhuman indifference in existence. This surfaces a lot in relationships, like later, after the honeymoon phase, you start to see things a little bit clearer. That's when this starts to come in. Yeah. It's like, oh, I like this person. Then it becomes oh, I like this person, but then you start changing how you're acting and the things that you're doing. Not to say you shouldn't, because you're going to mold and mesh with the person, but you start changing. And then you start saying things like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, or stop doing the things that you like to do because it could potentially interfere with them. And then it could get to an extreme, and then it turns into resentment because you're not living your truth. You know, these things happen. Really, existence is indifferent, at least on the surface. The sun, the sea, the stars, the earth, they're totally indifferent to you. No one is worried about you, and it is apparently clear that you are not needed. Without you, everything will be good as it is with you. Nothing will be lost. Look at the existence superficially. No one, nothing cares about you. Then, they may not even be aware of you. I mean, I've been censored like a motherfucker. A lot of people ain't aware of me. They may not even, the stars are not aware of you. Even the earth, which you call mother, is not aware of you. And then when you die, the earth will not be sad. Nothing will have changed. Things will be as they are, as they always have been. With you or without you, there is no difference. You feel that you're just an accident. You are not needed, uninvited. You have come. Just a chance of product. This creates fear. This is what Kierkegaard calls anguish. There is a subtle, continuous fear that you are not needed. When someone loves you, you feel the different dimension has come into existence. Now, at least one person will be there who will weep, who will feel sorry, who will feel sad. There will be tears. You will be needed. At least there will be one person who will always feel your absence if you are not. At least for one, you have gained the destiny of a purpose. That is why there is so much need of love. And if you are not loved, you are uprooted. But this love is not the love I'm talking about. This is the relationship, the mutual cessation, the mutual creation of the illusion, a mutual illusion. This is where it gets impactful being in like groups. You know, in the Bible they say like two people come together or something, then three people come together. Like two people come together is in the presence of God. Three people come together is like. I feel like you gonna drop it better. Go on, spit it.
I got you. There's two different parts that I think you might be mixing. The first is the Spirit of the Lord says that where two or more are gathered in agreement, there I am also. And then also most weddings, they say the scripture where a strand of two may be easily broken, but a strand of three not as much.
Come on now.
That's the verse that I'm in the middle of. 12 years minister music, we got this.
Come on now. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Just like I said, 3 is the base for our conscious to reside in. Height, width, depth, solid, liquid, gas, mind, body, spirit. There's something about the power of 3. 3 is the base shape that we have, the triangle. It's a lot of power in that. They talk about the Trinity for a reason. Like, why only look at it on like one superficial levels that sounds good for us? Transcribe it to everything and see how things change. I'm not saying agree with it or say that that's what it is, but take a look at it and see what works for you. Thank you for dropping that. I appreciate you. It is a mutual illusion. I need you, you need me. I give you this illusion that without you, my purpose, my meaning, my life will be lost. You give me this illusion that without me, everything will be lost. So we are both helping each other be in an illusion. We are creating one separate, one private existence in which we become meaningful, in which the whole indifference of this vast space is forgotten. And let me just put a finger here, boom, because I gotta chime in on that a little bit. That's just like, I look at it as anyone you meet, you kind of like create your own world, because they are the only one who knows how you all interact. And when it's just you and that other person, regardless of what type of relationship it is, romantic, fuck it, it don't matter. It could be your friend, it could be a whatever. You see the person, that's how y'all interact. Then you see someone else, no one knows, you got your own inside jokes with these people. It's literally a whole nother world, that connection. And that is a relationship. We just throw like romantics on there, drastic amount, but that we have an individual one with each person. And a lot of times I see like the romantic one, we get hung up on the romance of it, but what it really is I want to be around somebody that I can share how I feel about things without being judged and just being okay. Again, I don't want that annihilation of myself. So bringing that So it happens with everybody. He gonna say some more. Two lovers live in each other. They have created a private world. That is why love needs so much privacy. If you are not in privacy, the world goes on impending upon you. It goes on telling you that whatsoever you are doing is just a dream. And this is the mutual illusion. Live a love story and tell no one. I'm telling you, it's a phenomenal thing. And this is love needs privacy, because then the whole world is forgotten. Only those two lovers exist, and then you can create yourself. Only those two lovers exist and the indifference, the total indifference of existence is forgotten. You feel loved, welcome. Without you, nothing will be the same. At least in this private world, nothing can be the same without you. Life is meaningful. I am not talking about this love. This is really illusory. It is cultivated illusion. A man is so weak that he cannot live without this illusion. Those who can, they can live without this. They live without this illusion. A Buddha can live without this illusion, and then he will not create it. Hold on, let me read that again. That didn't sound like it. Right. I'm not talking about this love. This is really illusory. It is the cultivated illusion. A man is so weak that he cannot live without his illusion. Those who can, they live without this illusion. A Buddha can live without this illusion, and then he will not create it. Yeah, okay. When it becomes possible to live illusionlessly, to live without illusion. A second, a different dimension of love comes into being. It is not that one person needs you. It is coming to understand, to realize that you are not different from the existence which looks so indifferent. You are part of it, organically one with it. And the tree is flowering, and it is not separate from you. You have flowered in the tree, and the tree has become conscious in you. The sea and the sand and the stars, they're all one with you. You are not an island. You are organically one with this universe. The whole universe is within you, and the whole of you is in this universe. Unless you can come to know it and feel it and recognize it, you will not get that love, which is a state of mind. If you come to realize this, you will not need to create a private illusion that someone loves you. There is meaning, and if no one loves you, no meaning is lost. Then you are not afraid at all, because even death too will not annihilate you. It may annihilate a form, it may annihilate the body, but it cannot annihilate you, because you are the existence. This is like that observer state we were talking about. This is what happens in meditation. This is for what meditation is meant. In it, you become a part and opening. You come to feel existence and I are one. Then you are welcome. That's like the wobbly state when you're meditating. You might start swaying back and forth, or feel like you're swaying back and forth, but you're not really moving. And there is no fear, and there is no fear, and there is no death. Then love flows from you. Then love is not an effort. You cannot do anything except love. Then it is like breathing. Deep inside, you are breathing love. In and out, you breathe love. This love grows into devotion. Then ultimately, you will even forget it. Just as you forget your breathing. Just like we were talking about. It starts off as awareness. It starts off as attention, and then it seeps into our awareness. When do you remember your breathing? Have you observed? This is like an actual question. Just think about it. Take a breath if you haven't. You are welcome, and there's no fear. There's no death. Then love flows from you. Blah, 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 blah. You cannot do anything except love. Then it's like breathing. Deep inside you, you breathe it. In and out, you breathe love. This love grows into devotion, and ultimately, you'll even forget it. When do you remember your breathing? Have you observed? You remember only when something is wrong. When you feel any difficulty, then you know that you have been breathing. Otherwise, there is no need to be aware of it. And if you are aware of your breathing, that shows that something is wrong with your breathing process. There is no need to be aware of the breathing process. Silently, it goes on. So, when you are aware of your love, the love that is a state of mind, it means that something is still wrong. By and by, even that awareness is lost. You simply breathe love in and out. You've forgotten everything, even that you love. Even it has become devotion. That is the ultimate peak, the ultimate possibility. You may call it anything. Love can become devotion only when this awareness is lost, forgotten. It doesn't mean that you have to become unconscious. It only means that the process has become so silent that there can be no noise around it. I like that distinction. The process has become so silent that there's no noise around it. Ooh. Unconscious of it, but you are not conscious of it either. It has become so natural. It is there, but it does not create any disturbance inside. It does become harmonious. So remember, when I am talking about love, I'm not talking about your love. But if you try to understand your love, it'll become a step towards growing into a different kind of love. So I'm not against your love. I am simply stating the fact that your love is fear-based. It is just ordinary animal love, and no degradation, no condemnation is applied. It is simply a fact. Man is afraid. He needs someone who gives him the feeling that he is welcome. He need not be afraid. At least with the one person, you need not be filled with fear. That this is good as far as this goes, but it is not what Buddha or Jesus called love. They called love a state of mind, not a relationship. So go beyond a relationship, and by just be loving. First, you will not be capable of it unless you move into meditation, unless you come to know the deathless within, unless you come to know a deep unity between the inner and outer, unless you feel that you are existence, it will be difficult. So these techniques of meditation are just to help you grow from relationship into a state of mind. And do not think of time at all. Time is irrelevant for love. Next week, second question. Most of the techniques which you have discussed have been use the body as an instrument. What are the reasons for the body to be given so much importance by Tantra? That's next week's topic. Boom. Yeah. Where's that little bookmark at? Where that little bookmark at? Where that little bit bookmark at? Where that little bit bookmark at? Bookmark at? Where that little bit of bookmark at? Bookmark at? Where that little bit of bookmark at? All right. Okay. You're being difficult. Is that it? Daggone it. I'm going to fix that later then. All right. Thanks.
I swear, if you was a minister and I was the musician, every sound effect you make, I would have it perfect. Every sound you produce, I feel like I know exactly
where I was going with it.
Right. I know exactly. Like, yeah, I feel it. I got you.
I'm with the shits.
I'm gonna come one day to yoga and bring my organ.
Yo, and it'd be funny because people be like, oh, I have clients who are like, well, I know you don't believe in God or in Jesus. I was like, yo, it's not what I subscribe to. However, I did have my chapter where I went all in. I was fucking a Jesus freak. Oh my gosh, debating about white Jesus and black Jesus, Korean Jesus. Yo, I read the Bible twice through. Yo, I was in that shit deep. Yes, the whole thing, twice through. I was like, no, I'm committing myself. And then I was like, yo, motherfuckers ain't got no damn answers, yo. This is my issue. You be dropping some gems. I be here when you talking. I'm like, yeah, that shit do be going on. You right. Yeah, the music be cranking. I be in that jump right in front of the drummer, right in front of the musicians. Come on, But when you tell me to just have faith, this is that devotion. I get it. I understand the importance of devotion. I thoroughly get it. But when you tell me to have faith, and I bring up a specific question, and the answer is like a blanket answer, just, oh no, just trust in the Lord. Let Jesus take the wheel. And I'm like, yo, this don't make no sense. I'm not able to do this. I gotta just go and figure out what makes sense to me. Thank you for the lessons.
I feel you.
So here we are. I found yoga and I was like, oh damn, they got old ass texts too? Shit, let's see what they talking about. Jesus was on some shit. The Quran, hey, I'm just saying, Jesus was on some shit. Allah, he be on some shit in a good way. Muhammad, the Quran, read that, they on some good shit. There's like a million different versions of the Bible. It is.
Exactly. I feel like every leader can have their truth distorted, or every man is fallible, or we always get it wrong, so all we can do is just gather all we can and do the best we can.
Yeah. Because all I'm saying is Jesus wasn't Christian. Buddha wasn't a Buddhist. There's one more.
That's facts.
But, I'm just going to throw that out there. But we idolize them so much that, and it's the same, the wild thing is, it's the same thing that they do in the Indian culture. We just have a whole different connection to it. We look at God as this one thing that is amazing and all this. Indian cultures are like, no. God is the energy. What type of energy do you want to embody? Which God are you what type of energy are you trying to imbue within you or put out into this world? That's the God that you're worshiping. Maybe it's Ganesh because you have obstacles that your mind just creates barriers for you. So you're like, oh, I'm gonna praise Ganesh and who is the destroyer of barriers. All right, I get this. I don't want to have barriers in my life, so I'm gonna channel in that energy, as opposed to I am an all-seeing God who knows everything and is gonna tell you what's your future is planned. Damn, that sounds like I don't have any free will that they're saying that I have. See, this is why I gotta get off these topics. We talking about love today. All right. Thanks for vibing, y'all. I appreciate you. Next week's gonna be good. I think next week might be shorter. Yeah, next week's gonna be shorter because we're gonna be picking the next books next week, and I'm gonna bring Eastern Body, Western Mind so we can figure out what that is, because I'm not that great at summarizing it, other than it breaks down the chakras in their relevance to our life. It doesn't do it in like a metaphysical way. It does it in a psycho-emotional way. Right? It's a little bit tangible. Then we have the Divine Matrix, which talks about the law of attraction, the law of vibration, and the law of attraction. The law of vibration is the predecessor to the law of attraction. You're not able to attract things that you don't vibrate with, right? That you don't have resonance with. And then the third one is flow, and that talks about the state of flow, or chitas, as I like to call it, as one of the aspects of the mind. It talks about that state of mind. We actually don't have an American English word for it. So chitas is what it is. Meow. Yeah, chitta. S or apostrophe S. Anyway, so with that being said, thanks again for flowing with me, for vibing with me. It's Monday night Floating Yogi Book Club. We making it happen. Thanks to UE, Urban Yogic Wellness and Education, restructuring health and wellness in the community. You can go and drop some love in there. Cheesy. What else is there? Mono's Detox. He got the serums, elixirs. You can get your own fasted, your juice fast smoothie plan from him. He got everything rocking for you. Another one, Dolly Dearest. She got some fire accoutrement. I'm telling you, her bracelets and eddies, them Jones be fire. She got some juices and stuff too. Just go and check it out, yo. And no commercials. No commercials! International. We making it happen, yo. Check out the track on all streaming platforms. We here, we live. Then check into my stories. Meditate, vote, and share for your entry into the monthly giveaway. And Buddha Blessing got these bowls and gongs rocking. Ooh, it do. So check out the website. You can buy them, sell, support, get some of the magic in your own house, in your own home. Help you with meditation, help you with focusing. Let's get it. Peace and love, kings, queens, and God.